There's a scripture that says that the devil has legs, the body is a fake. Every time that AI is possessed, we'll have the same appearance and action, like a snake. The other night, Sister Sandra is sleeping. Curious as to what it was, I went out to find out. The church looks around. My 7-year-old sister was shocked when she discovered her husband. Suddenly there's a wind blowing over the grass, and then it goes straight to Sandra. The next morning there was a nun. The name is Ovelia, transferred by the church to the town of Sandra. Ovelia's job is to help the church take care of the children. If there's a little girl wondering whether a nun like Ovelia can bless to turn filtered water into water, of course not, baby. You have to be as good as the Father. What does she want holy water for? I want to exorcise a child-eating snake. There was an old woman named July. She went to Father Victor and told him that she had been assaulted by Sandra. Look at the girl's expression. July believes that Sandra has been possessed by the devil. Until noon that day, I can't see Father Victor go to church to preach. Ovelia's pretty sure you went to Sandra's house to exorcise. Fabian and Ovelia immediately set out to support Father. By the time we got to Sandra's house, it was already dark. Was injured and made him exhausted and fainted. Ovelia also discovered a colony of FLIs. It's a very strange spiral. They both have to keep hunting the devil. Don't let it escape. Suddenly there's a fire burning from a distance. For the first time in my life, I saw something strange. Ovelia took the picture of the Virgin Mary. Please protect her from the accident. A new demon appears in Sandra's form. I saw 2 people. He fell to the ground, and the school came. Then the devil stood up and took the tree, drawing out a spiral of fire, and then it spits out a kind of saliva. Extremely strong acid. The 2 of you have not finished, but the devil, he just dropped his head on a tree and fell, afraid that the demon would continue to physically torture Sandra, so she had to perform an exorcism. Surprised by her late stepfather, the spirit of Ovelia, Raft, close your eyes. May the Virgin Mary dissolve this illusion. Then she continued to exorcise Sandra. God's presence will protect us. His power and light will destroy the darkness. Please, God, save this woman. It's like invisible blades beating the devil in pain. It's finally out of Sandra's body. The next morning she was back to normal and the baby, nothing in the stomach. Right after Fabian, I went to a doctor to heal my wounds. Victor, when his health recovered, then he continued his research. The scriptures to seek to destroy the demon. Ophelia said she didn't need it, Father, because last night, I sent him back to hell. It's impossible, girl. It's just a temporary retreat to regain power. Then it'll come back and take over Sandra's body again. It won't stop until it's eaten. The child's soul lies in Sandra's belly. It has to be. There's water to wake up your senses, because Ophelia is the one who expelled the demon, so you've become his greatest enemy. Even Fabian will be involved. So how do you deal with the devil now? Father, ever since I expelled her from Sandra's body, it will have time for 2 sunsets to collect 10 power, so you need to try to stop it. According to the scriptures, the devil has 36 names, but we still don't know what the 36th name is. Your job is to trick the demon into saying what's wrong. It's a protective language for you, away from the devil. Now maybe Fabian's in danger. Go help him, quickly. Just arrived. Ovelia spotted the grass next to Fabian's house has been strangely yellow. You walk into the house. I saw him laying on the floor. Ophelia nimbly pulls Fabian out. Then she gave me a sip of water. Then you gradually. I'm fine now, Fabian. You said it was the devil who attacked you. Make the whole person dry without a drop of water. Ophelia decided to go inside. For your safety, ask Fabian. Tie the rope to yourself. If there's a danger, pull out. Once inside, the bottle of water. The Ovelia is boiling. Check the spout, and the AI thinks it's bleeding again. Suddenly the water bottle broke. Then an invisible force pulls the Ovelia back against the curtain, trying to pull the nun out. Oh my god, there's something waiting for the girl behind the curtain. Fabian tied the rope on this side, pulled up the hook of the car for power. Suddenly the plastic curtain fell on the Ophelia. Also may Fabian start the car in time and quickly pull the nun out, then tear off the plastic curtain. Both set. I ran back to tell Father Victor everything. People are confused right now, because they knew that Sandra had been possessed by demons. She even bit July in the face. Father Victor stood from the roof of the church and threw himself down to suicide. The plastic curtain was attached to the solid scale and printed. At this moment Ovelia remembered what Father Victor had said. The demon is going to get water to restore its strength. That's you and the border. Then we went back to the house again to verify this. I found that the water was running normally, so the demon took enough water and left. Ovelia took the snake stick and pressed it on the map. Follow the spiral, we'll find the demon. I'm sure this is where it's going. Walk robbery situation. The two immediately set out to find the demon. It will restore strength. Based on the spiral route, is from Rame's grandparents' family. Ovelia new warns to couples dare to hurry. Get out of here, otherwise the devil will come. But grandparents, Rame's not into this myth. While everyone is talking, then something comes out of the tap. Then the light suddenly flashed out strangely. Suddenly Mr. Ramos was dragged into the house by an invisible force. Suddenly Mrs. Ramos lost her mouth. When people found Ramos, he was blind. He couldn't see the way, so he shot the wrong way. As soon as I knew I had accidentally killed someone, Ramirez's wife also committed suicide. The purpose of the devil is here. Is to take the eyes and the mouth, so it's got the senses. And we can talk. Based on the spiral route. The devil's next is an abandoned chapel. First, Ovelia performed the blessing ceremony. Turned the water into holy water. Then they both went inside the chapel. Suddenly there was a child's cry. Then the door just closed. Something invisible is wandering around here. He tossed the couch and flew straight to Fabian. Ophelia knew that this was the devil's behavior. Names written in the scriptures to provoke the devil. I know you are nothing in God's eyes. Right, Lilith Mara. Adam Gay, those are all the names I've used. None. After saying that, the demon possessed Fabian, then strangled Ophelia. She pressed the cross pendant on Fabian's face. You can't do anything, Ophelia. The angry demon slammed Fabian's head against the wall and fainted. If you are good, you will fight with me. Why do we have to torture others? Because you are not worthy of me, Nun. Even Victor's been manipulated by me, the mind that sees itself, and you still don't know. My real name is in use right now. I know. You're just trying to be a second-rate demon. Right, Ouroboros? That is why you don't dare to fight, hand in hand with me. Angry devil throws wooden tie through Ovelia. That's all you can do. Weak creatures, here. So the devil took pity on me, and said, you dare underestimate the power of this Magnetus? Ovelia knew the devil's real name. It slashed your leg down and sprayed acid. Ophelia hurriedly threw the bucket of holy water to make the demon suffer and manifest. Chances are both of you will rush out. Ophelia knows the target. The next demon is Sandra. So you came here. Fabian was injured and couldn't walk. The two girls started taking newspapers. Write down the names of the demons. To create a curtain around this house. It came here very quickly, too. But he couldn't get into the house. Just as the scriptures say, once the devil photographer knows all 36 names, it's a protective metaphor for the devil photographer. That's Ophelia. A little later, and suddenly, Father Francis. He was sent here by the church to take the place of Father Victor. I want to talk to Sandra. Ovelia suspects this guy is a masquerade snake. Soon the man also disappeared. As long as we stay here until after the second sunset, it will be safe. Suddenly a crow crashed right into the glass door. Sandra's dead husband's voice cracked. I urge you to come out. That's the devil trying to seduce you. Don't listen to him. Just like that, the two of you kept hiding in the house. Sandra went into labor again and broke her amniotic fluid. The doctor just came here to check it out. Your sister's pregnancy health check. Ovelia had to let the doctor in. Old Lady July also wants to see a lot of things. Because if you are like her, it was the fake snake that died. Who would have expected this old woman to see these things? She knew the name Lilith was the name of the devil. So I tore the paper out, so the language barrier was broken. The devil killed her a lot. And then into the doctor's pocket. Ovelia took Sandra out of the car. Then the machine hurried towards the hospital. The snake killed the doctor and immediately chased him. Sandra hurried to get the paper, the devil's name to create a curtain for the car. The devil became my father. Ophelia's death prevented. You drive straight to the devil. It's going to turn into a bull with horns. To stop the whole way, Ovelia then steered to the other direction. The sun is also slowly setting. So it's time for 2 sunsets. They both arrived at the hospital in time, until Ovelia, when Sandra woke up, she gave birth to a baby. Fabian was also treated for his wounds. People didn't expect that. There's still a baby that's just been born. His mother named him Lilith Ovelia. He blessed me with a glass of water and graciously invited me